Hello, and this is Stephen Cuffey. I think I'm going now. I don't know what was going on with my live broadcast. I pressed all the buttons, but I didn't see the viewers down the bottom. I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't see the amount of viewers that's indicated down the bottom or anything. But anyway, I'm starting again. I'd like to say hello to my loved one that always supports me as well as Kayla. If you're out there. This broadcast, I tried it. I was just on and I was just talking away for a good 15 minutes, and the next thing you know, I couldn't. So it was offline, and I don't know whether YouTube is working on behind the scenes or what's going on. But lately, I've been having some technical problems. I can't even. It's not my computer this time. It was YouTube. So I guess I don't know what the situation is, but I'm here. But I like to thank all that's here. My little one that always supports me. My loved one that's always there. And I'm going to go back and start where I started from, okay? Okay, let's go to the blog here. Okay. And we know that we had 4 send button meetings today with when inmate Derek did the French send button meeting. Okay. We know we had Mr. Patan Kumar did the Hindi version. We know that Mr. Mizanor did the Bengali version for the Bangladesh community. And we know that Scott Thorne, who lives in California, but he's from Cambodia, he did the Cambodian version. Okay? All right. Okay. Let's go back. We want to now let's talk about Mr. Femi, the TBC Revolution. Congratulations to him for reaching his 100th live broadcast. You know, often our TBC admin recognize us when we reach 100 broadcasts. That's a great milestone, you know, and he deserved it. This was one of his best yet. Had quite a few people from the Bangladesh community, myself in the U.S., and I had Diana Gordon also of Canada. It went really well. We gave him a lot of support, and it was just a blast. It was very good, very good. Congratulations, Femi. Okay. All right. Now, let me go back out this live broadcast. Not the live broadcast, but just stop the screen share. Okay. All right. All right. Now, okay. What I want to talk to you about is this. Okay. Let's see here. I don't know if I can even bring up on my iPad because I had to create this same broadcast over, so it has a different YouTube link that's not in our Creamcast back office. So I don't know. Let me see if okay, here we go. Okay, all right. Yeah. That's Pio and over there in one of New Zealanders and her husband. You know, they're great cash flow people, you know, and they're cash flow students and great people in our community over living in the Netherlands. I want to thank everyone for all the people that have been there with me and have watched me for over the past few months. I couldn't have gotten to 231 live broadcasts without you. You know, I know it's better talking with someone that's listening than just talking back to yourself. Okay? Because I know we do live broadcasts, we do this, we see each other while we do. I see myself as I'm doing this live broadcast. Okay? But you know, I want to talk about something. Someone, I can't remember the person's name, but they ran this live broadcast today that asked the question, and this was the question, went something like this. It went something like this. Okay. It went something like this. It what if the grid went down? How would we assess our TBC? How would we, Now, Randy took it as I would take it is, when you're talking about the grid, we're thinking about the internet. What if the internet went down and what would happen? Well, we know that all cryptocurrency is made by a thing called the blockchain. Well, so is our TBC, which is an abundance-based coin, and as Bitcoin and other 2000 market-based coins are made by the blockchain. So, but what I'm leaning at is this. What is the one thing that as we be unified with TBC, what is the one thing that two people have in relation? And I gave you a little clue there. And it begins with an aura. What is the one thing that we should be building, that we build right here in TBC among our sisters and brothers? It's called relationships. See, we learn how to build. If it wasn't for TBC, we wouldn't know people all around the world. I wouldn't have my people and my friends in Australia and New Zealand. I wouldn't have people all over the world that know who I am. Okay? We wouldn't know each other. I wouldn't even know Randy Wilson here in the U.S. or Scott Thorne. Right here in the U.S. I wouldn't know my friends up in Canada. I wouldn't know anybody at all. They wouldn't know me if it wasn't for the Billion Coin. So in Billion Coin, we teaching people how to build positive relationships with our sisters and brothers. Now, let's go back to what I was saying before. If the grid went down, no internet. But let's carry it one step further. What if we didn't have electricity, but we did have running water? What are y'all socialization skills like? Are you the kind of person who stay to yourself? You don't know your neighbors? You don't know, never talked to them, never spoke to them, nothing. How long do you think you can survive? Because your perishables in your refrigerator and your freezer will be gone. How long do you think you can survive? Versus a person that has positive relationships all through their community. Everybody know who you are. You're friends with them. Everything's good. Don't you think that person could make it? Now, talking about the Billion Coin, we build positive relationships as we go towards our billion members. Now, let's talk about that for a minute. What is our goal? Our goal is what we are as distributors. That's what we do. That's what our correct role is. We're distributors. But we emptied the admin's wallet to build our community towards a billion members. That's our goal, to get to a billion members. And some people have said, well, I thought it was about ending global poverty. I thought that was our goal. No, that's our mission. You see, that's our mission. Our mission is to end global poverty. Our goal is to get to build our membership to a billion members. That's why it's so much emphasis on our rapid rewards system of getting two people, and they're getting two each, 24 and 48-hour time period. That's why so much emphasis on our campaigns, our cash flow campaign, our merchant adoption campaign, and our massive growth campaign. That's what our goal is to get to 1 billion members as fast as possible. That in essence will allow our coin to grow faster. Because the more people we have, that's what's making our coin go up in value. So back to relationships. Because this is what this discussion is about today. Building positive relationships with your fellow man and woman. Now, me, I only have one loving relationship, the one person on my wall. She's the best ever, and she happens to be in the Billion Coin. And she's a very, very giving person. She's helped so many people in her native country of the Philippines that went through typhoons months ago. See, that's the giving person. So she knows something about building positive relationships. I know something about building positive relationships. Do you know about building positive relationships, even though we are doing that in TBC? I would have known anybody here on the chat area, or anybody around the world, if it wasn't for the Billion Coin. And neither would y'all would have. You know? I'd like to thank everybody for being here for my live broadcast, by the way. Like I said, I had some problems earlier, and some people missed, I don't know. I pressed the start button. I don't know. I was just talking away for like 13, 14 minutes, and I said, wait a minute, there's no stop button here. I didn't see no viewers. I'm saying, what is going on? I said, I don't know what YouTube is doing. It wasn't my computer this time. It's their system. Maybe their servers wasn't acting right. When you're ever dealing with computers, sometimes it's almost like they got a mind of their own, But like I said before, keep building positive relationships around the world, around in your neighborhood particularly. So if the grid went down, if the internet went down, if something horrific just happened to your world, how would you function? I know my loved one and our family, we're going to function. See, we talk about these things sometimes. How would you function? There's no lot of guarantees in life. We don't know what's going to happen. We live on this planet as though there are no other planets, no life on other planets in our universe. And I know for me, I always felt like there's got to be more than just us on this earth. We may only have one moon, but I know all those other planets in our solar system and all the other planets beyond us. It's got to be somebody out there other than us. I guess I like science fiction too, you can probably tell. Now, I don't know if they look like they still look on our old program called Star Trek and other things of that sort. I don't know if they look like that, but all we know is, I believe there are other beings out there somewhere. I would love to know who they are, as long as they're friendly people, that is. That is. Okay. It just came to my mind when that person asked that question in Randy Wilson's live broadcast today. I thought about it. I thought about it further and wondered if like she said, if the grid went down, what would happen? And then Scott Thorne talked about relationships. I said, one thing, that's a very good thing to talk about today. I know we talk about cash flow all the time. All the time we talk about cash flow. Like Kenya Phillips says, she says, TBC community is another United Nations. Our admin should be given an award for bringing different continents, bringing continents as one, sharing love. You know one thing? That's so true. Our admin has done a fine job bringing us all together. Because think about it, isn't that really how our awesome God wants us to live? God don't like division, negativism, tearing people down, blaming people of things that's not true. God don't like that kind of thing. I don't live my life like that. No one should live their life like that. Be positive. Lift people, learn to lift people up, edify people, give them their due. Don't bring them down. When you are doing that, don't you know God sees everything you're doing? For God to put that seed in admin's brain to create the billion coin, to unite people, that was the best thing that person could have ever done. And it's an awesome thing to know we have that coin. But more importantly, the philosophy behind that coin to bring people together. Because I know here in our nation, we're more divided than we ever should. And I just mean my previous president, Obama, was awesome in his 8 years. No matter what anyone says. And he was well loved around the world. But right now, I just stare at the government's eye. I mean, I don't even watch the news like I used to. I focus my focus is on building my TBC here. See, I treat it like it's mine. A lot of people need to treat it like his TBC is their little baby. It's not like I use that expression in some other. Would you let someone infiltrate your home and take? If TBC was your home, would you let somebody take it from you? No. Something this awesome, this grand, this wonderful, that's uniting people, that's lifting up humanity as we know it. Would you take something this magnificent away? No. Mm-mm. So let us just keep building and building and building and building our community to 1 billion members, just like admin want us to do. And watch what magnificent happens at the end. So let's keep being hopeful. Keep hope alive that we will reach that 1 billion members. That our coin will reach its ultimate price, fully developed, to be used for goods and services all over our land. And watch the outside, the powers that be, watch us and say, my goodness, who could have thought of such a magnificent thing? Because cryptocurrency is not going anywhere, folks. I study it every day. It's nowhere something of this magnitude could be eradicated across the earth. The powers that be are worried about their money, their fiat that's losing value. Now something that's magnificent like cryptocurrency, and there's different types of them on the market-based side, and only one abundance-based cryptocurrency being us, TBC. Our coin doesn't go down in value. Doesn't go like this. It only goes up as our membership goes up. And we use a grain of gold as a measurement tool. Do you see how I ever waver when I talk about TBC? I speak as if though I know, because I do know. And I know because I study the blog. I just don't read the blog. I study the blog. I understand specifically exactly what admin is saying to us. I don't ever waver in my understanding. If I go over a blog post 3, 4, 5 times, I got it down. I don't ever have to waver. How I broke down the mission statement, is the Critical Society mission statement, the public notice. I just broke it down in pieces, so I make sure I understood every word. And nearly it wasn't only one word that I didn't know what it means. Okay. All right. I got people from all over the world here. People that came from Cash for Coaching. It's so wonderful to have everyone here. Thank you so much for everyone being here. Mr. Bitcoin Scott is even here. Wow. What a great Sinbun meeting you did, sir. Awesome Sinbun meeting. I was there in your chat area. I was in everybody's chat area, but I was on the panel at the for the Bangladesh people. I was actually there, but I was listening to everybody. Man, I tell you, y'all do some wonderful work out there. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all doing some wonderful work in our Sinbun meetings and doing these broadcasts. Thank you all for all the magnificent work you're doing. Well, I'm going to end my live broadcast now. Just make sure that you building positive relationships with your sisters and brothers in TBC, and also the people around you where you live. Because if the grid go down, and internet is gone. We didn't always have internet, so you can survive without internet, but you can't really survive, or can you survive without electricity? Okay, that was the subject matter. Relationships, building positive relationships, as we do that right in our TBC. So I want to thank all of you out there, everybody in the chat, my loved one that's watching me, my little Kayla that's always there. Thank you so much for everyone watching me. Y'all take care, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.